Hey, what's up, everybody? I wanted to make this quick video. Excuse me. Talking about this Tommy Sotomayor video. I really don't watch his videos all like that. I used to watch him a lot a couple of years ago, but I watch him like every now and then. Excuse me. But you know, he made a very good video. With a video talking about a video that he watched, which was very good. About how black women act so much differently when they're dating white men. Now, I have witnessed this so many times. I went to all white schools before, well, mostly white schools, suburban schools, schools in the hood, whatever. I've seen black women date white men or white males in college. I've seen it in the suburban schools, high schools. I've seen the same thing in urban schools, high schools. And yes, black women that date white men are much different from black women. And it's funny because, you know, somebody in the comment section he had mentioned that most black women that date white guys only date white guys. That's not true. Majority of black women that date white guys go back and forth. My aunt is one of them. My friend who I went to church with a long time ago, his mom is one of them. And a lot of females that I knew that date white guys, because you have to remember this, there are more black guys, there are more black women in the urban areas like cities than there are in the suburbs. And there are I would say that there's more, because I experienced both. I would say that there's more in my experience black women from the city who date white guys than there are from the suburbs, because there's just way more black people in the city. Most of this I seen at college. Most of the black girls who dated white guys at my college were from the city. They were from Columbus, Ohio. Excuse me. They were from the city. They grew up in the hood, stuff like that. But people, once when you get to the university, you know, you have more opportunities to, you know, experience cultures and people that you never experienced before. And college just opens up people to interracial relationships, just because there's a lot of different races and ethnic groups that go to college. You know what I'm saying? So most of them that I have seen are black women who are from the city. I'm not saying that they're ghetto or anything like that. I'm just saying that they're not from that suburban type of lifestyle, because it only makes sense for a black woman to date a white guy when she lives in the suburbs, because the majority of the people out in the suburbs are white. So it's a good chance that you will most likely date a white person, since they make up most of the population out there. It only makes sense. So, you know, I don't really get upset at interracial relationships at all. But if you do, it's more understandable why black women in the suburbs would, you know, date a white guy. Come on. Their parents put them in a situation. I have a family friend who is, well, actually she's family, who has been dating a white guy for like the past 5 years and stuff like that. And basically their whole entire family dates white girls. White people, white males, white girls, whatever. And that's because they live in the suburbs. And where they live, their suburbs, I would probably say, is about 30% white. 30% black and 70% white. But yeah, they date whites, and that's because of their parents put them in that situation. You know, moving out to the suburbs and stuff like that. So I can understand that. But like I said, in my experience, most black women who date white guys are not even from the suburbs. They're from the inner city, and they want to experiment. And some of them stay with white guys, but most of them go back and forth. Or some of them just don't even look like, okay, I dated a white guy once. You will hear this a lot from black women, especially black women who went to college. They're like, oh yeah, I dated a white guy once, but it just wasn't for me. I just like black men. You will hear that a lot. But most of the black women that I know that dated white guys, don't just stick with white guys. Those are usually the ones who are raised in suburbs, and that's all they're used to. So this guy who made that comment, he's most likely probably from the suburbs, and that's probably what he's seen. But we have to remember, majority of black people are in the inner cities, not in the suburbs. But also, like, what I was talking about in this video, because I really don't got too long because I'm running this demo version. Like I was saying, this video was pretty good because, you know, I have, like I said, I've seen it. Black women do act different when they're dating white guys. And the reason why I mentioned that most women who date white guys, black women that date white guys are from the hood, is because, you know, black women from the inner city, they do act different from black women in the suburbs. And when they date white guys, no matter where they're from, they act different than how they would normally act. They clean up the whole ghetto act and all that stuff. You know, it's so funny. Their voice, like Tommy mentioned in the video, their voice change. And it's just, it's really sad because it's like they go above and beyond to a point to where they're starting to coon for the white guy that they're dating. And I'm not saying it's out of jealousy or anything like that. But yeah, it's like they go to this point to where they coon. It's like they want to show off and taunt and all this stuff. And it's just so weird because, you know, like Tommy said in the video, and like I've seen over the years, I always wonder, why do black women, you know, when it comes to interracial relationship tags, majority of the women who are doing the interracial relationship tags are black women. It's so weird. Majority of the people who do the interracial relationship tags are black women. And it's funny because when you look at statistics, the biggest interracial relationship group is between white men and Asian women. But you don't see Asian women doing this all the time. Like you see black women. I remember the first interracial relationship videos I've seen on YouTube were from black women. I just always thought it was funny how black women make these videos like parading their relationships around as if it's like a badge or something. I just never got it. It was just always weird to me. And the same thing with biracial babies. Like black women that know how to have biracial kids, you know, they always proud about their biracial kid. And it's like, what the hell? I have biracial brothers and sisters who are half black, half white, and my dad never did anything. Like, he made them feel just like everybody else, you know, every one of his kids, you know what I'm saying? So, but when it comes to black women, I know that they always talk about hair. I want a kid with perfect hair and nice hair, pretty hair, light skin. I mean, like, that's something that they look forward to. Like, I even seen that in some of the videos. You know, where they talking about, oh, I can't wait to have our baby. He's gonna have blue eyes. I hope he had blue eyes like the daddy. And all this stuff is just so weird. It really is. And just the way they talk, the way they act. And I'm not saying that the way they act is wrong, because they act more feminine. But I just think it's funny how black women can date a black guy, and I have seen this. Black women would date a black guy and be all ghetto, loudmouth, whatever. But when she dates a white guy, she is totally different. Totally different. She will straighten up. She will, you know, have manners all of a sudden. She will speak sweetly. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's weird that black women do that. But for a black guy, they feel like they don't have to bring nothing to the table at all. So yeah, that's pretty much my experience, man. You know. And I don't agree with Tommy all the time and everything he says, but, you know, I do agree with him, you know, some of the times, you know what I'm saying? You know, this was a good video, and, you know, he made good points. He made some real good points. And it's just really sad that black women are like this, for the most part. You know, when it comes to them dating white guys, they do a straight up fucking U-turn when they date white guys. They do. And I totally think that this guy missed the point of the video. The point of the video was that black women act differently when they date white guys. You know, and it doesn't matter if they've been dating white guys the whole time, because I bet money if they were to date a black guy, they would most likely not act the same. And you know, I think that black women think that they can act differently around them. I heard some excuses like, "Oh, I could be myself around a white guy." That's not fucking true. I mean, there's black guys out here who actually appreciate black women. And it's sad that a lot of these black guys Shit, time is running out. Well, I'm gonna have to make a part two to this.